Hey guys, Ash from Hughes Photography. Thank you so much for joining me on my very first video on YouTube. Now, I'm a landscape and wedding photographer from Torquay in Victoria, the start of the Great Ocean Road. So I thought today for our very first video, we'd head down the Great Ocean Road and just wind our way back along, stopping at some of my favourite spots along the way and just having a bit of a yarn, having a bit of a chat about what I'm doing from a photography point of view. Now, the weather's not great, so we'll see how we go. I must say, apologise in advance for editing, audio and anything else video related. I'm starting this channel so I can learn more about it and hopefully I progress along the way. So hit the like button, subscribe, and please comment on anything I'm doing right or wrong, or anything you want to see or want me to hear about. Cheers guys, enjoy, thank you. Morning guys, so we are at the 12 Apostles, or I am, there's no we. It's morning, as you can see, bright and early. It's pretty cloudy, but there's no one else here at the moment apart from a few construction workers as they're just starting to rebuild the platform that you walk out and see them for. So hoping that I can actually get out and get some photos, but I'll show you a few things and what I'm doing and what I'm trying to capture from a photography point of view. About to walk under the Great Ocean Road. One of the good things about coming to the Apostles is when you pull up in the car park and that, you don't actually see the Apostles until you get to the platforms. So it's like this big reveal that comes on, and I don't know, I just never get sick of it. It's such a cool little spot to I don't know, walk around that corner and see them. They never get old. You can sort of see a little bit of colour coming through. I don't know how well it'll go this morning, but certainly the way the clouds are coming from, it is getting pretty cloudy, and there's rain due as well. So anyway, we just come around the corner. Check this out. Rightio, it's actually turning pretty quickly, so I'm gonna get back to the car. Sunrise didn't do anything at all, and I didn't really get my camera out to take any photos, so still pretty cool to be here. It's always wild down this way. In fact, I think the last 4 or 5 times I've come down here, it's been raining. So But I'm the only one here, which is, I'll pinch myself every time that happens, because it would have to be in one of the top, I don't know, top 5 iconic places in Australia that is instantly recognisable. And to have it all to yourself is pretty awesome. And even if I don't get any photos today with this cloud cover, I think it's supposed to get worse. But I never really trust the weather bureau down this way, because it's just wild all the time. So I'll do that, head down the coast a bit further, see what else we can see, and go from there. There we are, probably one of my favourite spots on the Great Ocean Road. Unmarked, just a little side track that you come down, but wait till you see it. It's not hard to see why. It's right up there. Just gets you really close to some of the huge drop-offs of the Great Ocean Road and some of the cliffs that make it spectacular. But yeah, this place is legit. How good is that spot? Alright, so the sun's actually out. Hang on, I think I've got a door open, so give me 2 seconds. Take 2. The jacket was caught in the door, just covering the centre. So, yeah, I'm going to duck into Port Campbell now, which is a little bit up the road, and get some supplies, and then start winding back along the Great Ocean Road. Might call in the Lockhart Gorge, Tom and Eva, Razorback, and check that out. I don't think I'm really going to take a lot of photos today, to be honest, but that's alright. Just sort of document the day and show you all the way along. But thought I'd just give you a little rundown. So I'm a photographer, have been for about 3 or 4 years now. Kind of cringed first starting out calling myself a photographer, because every second person does, and that's okay. But I kind of have some higher standards set upon myself, and it took me a little while to believe that I actually was a photographer, I guess, and not just someone with a camera in their hand. So I guess living on the Great Ocean Road. I live in Torquay, which is the start of the Great Ocean Road. Famous for its surf industry, Bells Beach on the surf coast. It's something that I can duck out, and it started all those years back, or 3 or 4 years back now, because I could get out and it just was me time basically. So it's sort of grown from there. I'm doing weddings now. I think I've got 30 in this upcoming season if lockdowns and COVID ever leave us alone. But yeah, so the reason I'm doing or wanting to get into YouTube or video editing is I really want to learn the editing side of it. We plan on going around Australia in, well, what is it, 15 months, start of 2023. So January 2023, my wife and 2 kids, we're going to take off and caravan around Australia. Haven't got a car to tow in. I'm driving in my traffic Renault, which I've decked out with a bed and everything, but it's too small with the family. So upgrading the car, getting a dual cab, and in the market for a caravan as well. So still a lot to buy and everything like that, but we're pretty set on it. So a lot to learn. But yeah, I want to hit that trip with a fair amount of knowledge under my belt about video editing, because I want to document the trip. I've got all the gear from my photography business to be able to do that, and I just feel like I want to do it justice and not be sort of learning on the road. Look, I guess there'll be an element of me always learning something new, but I want to be able to put together a nice little show. So that's where I'm at the moment. In terms of content, I'm probably not going to have a lot of consistency in these early stages, but when I do put something out there, it'll be more around what I'm doing from a photography point of view. So the channel or my videos might grow into something more once we actually hit our trip, but for now it's probably just going to be more documenting my days out, that I go down the Great Ocean Road or jump around Torquay, hopefully teach you a thing about photography and what I look for in a shot or how I pick up a shot, and we'll go from there. And yeah, sort of getting back to consistency with the wedding season sort of around the corner, and having so many of them, they're all going to be condensed into a pretty short amount of time. So my priorities will go that way instead of really this landscape side of things. So yeah, it's I don't know, it's exciting. Sort of can't stop thinking about this trip and planning and finding little spots we want to visit and everything like that. So it's yeah, but that's basically why I'm doing it and what I want to get out of it. I'm sure there'll be some changes along the way, and it'll sort of evolve, and I'll learn new things. But yeah, if there's anything that you want me to sort of talk about, hit me up in the comments. If something you don't like, something I'm not doing right, tell me too, because that's the only way I'm going to learn. So anyway, I'm at Port Campbell now, so I'll leave you to it and show you some more of the Great Ocean Road things. I'm not sure how my audio's been going either. I've got it tucked away inside here. When I had my jacket on earlier this morning, I noticed my beard's probably been rubbing on rubbing around that area, so it's got a bit of a scratchy sound. So I'll have to see when I get home, but it might be a fail straight away with audio. But you'll have to bear with me while I learn all that sort of stuff. So. Alright, that's enough of Lockhart for me. Got a couple little time lapses, but it is too windy and I'm getting sandblasted. I've got my trusty shorts on, which I wear year round. It's just more comfortable, I reckon. But yeah, it doesn't go well with the sand pounding into it at 100 million miles an hour. So anyway, I'll leave it behind. Not a bad little spot, eh? Good thing about most of these places along the Great Ocean Road is they're literally on top of the car park. So I reckon this is a 20 or 30 metre walk. Way back up there, up them stairs. Lookout, which overlooks the old island Archway, which is no longer an archway. This is really cool for photography. Maybe not today, it's just starting to rain again, but it lines up, the gap between the two stones lines up beautifully for sunset at certain times of the year. So check it out. Guys, rightio. So this place can be a little bit wild. There's a gate at the top of the steps, which they often close if it's too rough down below or high tide or whatever. But yeah, the cliff face can also be a little bit unstable, so they close it off. The steps themselves have been built out of, or carved out of the cliff. Just give me a moment, I'll just show you this. So we'll go down this way, but yeah, they've been carved out of cliff by surfers, fishermen in the past that wanted to access the beach below. So there's a number of these steps along this little part of the region. This is probably the only, well, this is the only one that is, I don't know, recommended to use. The other ones are kind of hidden away or closed off. There's even one called Dino's or Dino's steps that was blown up by dynamite. I don't know, a decade or two ago. It started, you go down the top and then you get probably 3/4 of the way down and there's a tunnel going across, and then there's another bunch of steps going right to the bottom. So pretty cool, but in today's world that sort of stuff's not allowed. So here's the steps as we go down. They've been concreted and cleaned up a little bit to allow access for everyone. But as you can see, pretty spectacular. got some shots then. I think I'm pretty happy with some of that. I ducked around the corner. That overhang up behind me is bloody scary though. And around the corner you can sort of see where some large sections has fallen off. They look recent, but who knows? So, but no, happy with some of them. My feet are absolutely drenched, and these are waterproof boots. So once the water gets into them, it means I'm in for a wet day. Alright, so not having much luck today, but I've come to check out the waterfalls. Beauchamp Falls has been closed for probably a year. I think they've been doing a lot of, well, they have been doing a lot of logging. You can see that in the background here. But they've also been reconstructing the campsite, I think. Don't quote me on it, but anyway, I had heard it's open and I've seen some photos of it over the last couple of weeks, but that's not the case. You can certainly get a lot further than you have been over the past year. The road's semi-open, but then I got down that way a bit further and there was a guy on the gate which is basically saying, what are you doing here? So I said, I'm here to take photos. I heard it's open, and it wasn't. So anyway, I think we'll go see Hopetoun and that might be it. Call it a day, because yeah, not much is going my way today. So Alrighty guys, here we are, Hopetoun Falls. It's pumping, I can hear it in the background. I don't know whether you guys can, I don't know what my audio really sounds like just yet. I'm new to the game, so it's a beautiful walk down. It's not that far, it's just steep. A lot of steps to get down, and it's bloody tough coming out the other side. So I'll show you a bit on the way down, and I'll show you a bit more when we get down there. Cheers guys. How good was that? I don't know what you could see, what you could hear, because it's absolutely pumping. I'm drenched. I think I got a few good shots. I'll post them, or I'll put them here if I can work out how to do that. But yeah, climbing out of Hope to Now up the hundreds of steps. Almost time to go home, I think. Might go and check out the Redwoods just down the road. Alright guys, well I think that's going to do me for today. I'm here at the California Redwoods. It's literally a kilometre down the road from Hope Falls. It's absolutely magical. Some of the biggest trees in Australia, and they're still relatively young by Redwoods calculations or lifestyle, but it is just a magical little place. Kind of feels like you're in a fairy tale. So quiet. It's pouring down, but the canopy above is not getting me wet at the moment, which is why I'm currently hanging out here. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I haven't had the best day from a photography point of view, but I hope to do that a bit better next time as I learn a bit more, and hopefully there's a little bit of content in there and it's not just me talking away the whole time. But if you do like it, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment, good or bad, about what you want to see, what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. Enjoy guys, thanks again, and yeah, enjoy.